Hi, my name is Andrew Hunt and I run a business called Computer Coaching. We've teamed up with Igniter to bring you Sharepoint the easy way. Too many folk make Sharepoint hard to make it long, difficult and expensive, but it doesn't have to be any of those things. The reality is Sharepoint's a fabulous product and we can make it really, really easy for you, fabulous for your clients and above all profitable. Let me show you how we do that. First up, what is Sharepoint Igniter? What we've done is we've repackaged Sharepoint and made it into a nice consumable lump. We get one business problem away and help your customers get a critical mass on the platform. We create a Sharepoint site that's not too big and not too small. We've decided that's around about a home site, 2 sub-sites, about 8-9 standard items and a few optional items. What we do is we let you choose those with your customers and then we bring it together for you in one fabulous, meaningful solution that your customers are absolutely going to love. One of the key things we add in there is a bit of administrator training because Sharepoint's all about empowering your customer to be able to drive Sharepoint themselves, and that's our end goal. So when you buy Sharepoint, you not only get a fabulous intranet, but you also get a bunch of training so that your customers' staff are able to use it, and above all, they're able to own it. And once we're done, it's all documented, so the package is in a box, go to woe, $3,600 to your customer. What a fabulous deal that is, and you can buy that from Igniter on their price list today. So why do you need Sharepoint Igniter? Well, Sharepoint itself is a brilliant product, and every time you help a customer with a new solution, you're putting in Sharepoint. Every time you don't turn that Sharepoint on, you're kissing goodbye to revenue, and above all, you're kissing goodbye to value for your customer. Sharepoint is around on the on-premise service that the customer already has, or the servers you're hosting in an IaaS solution right now, and of course, you're out pushing CSP and Office 365 because they are brilliant products, and if you don't turn on the Sharepoint as part of that, you're missing out, and above all, so's your customer. So every time you're out talking to a client about a project, you should be talking Sharepoint, you should be talking Sharepoint Igniter, and we can make that work for you. So what are some of the things you can do? You can put structure to the cloud. You can help the customer really leverage that cloud platform by sharing files, by sharing content, lists, productivity and workflows. You're able to take solutions that they couldn't previously do, a little HR solution, a little risk management solution, maybe a thing that tracks a staff leave or staff absences or a vehicle fleet, or heaven only knows what that customer's business problem is. We can make that go away with a simple Sharepoint solution that is quick, simple and inexpensive. Health and safety, business processes, above all, Sharepoint gives you a single truth, one single point of truth for all of their staff. If customers are using tools like Dropbox or OneDrive, then those are quite often signed up in the name of the individual user. When we put them into Sharepoint, when we put them into OneDrive for Business, all of a sudden that data, that content belongs to your customer's organisation. Suddenly they're able to track it, and if that employee leaves, they've still got access to it. They can apply proper governance, proper security, proper versioning, proper content approval, and all of that can be made really, really easy with just one simple addition of Sharepoint Igniter to your portfolio. So when do you sell it? Well, obviously a new project. Hey, we're rolling out 365. Let's turn on the Sharepoint site. Let's turn on Delve. Let's turn on some of the Power BI tools. Well, we're talking Sharepoint today and we can turn that on for you. Or when you're sitting there with a customer and they've been in the process for a while, they've been using tools you put in there a couple of years ago, and you're trying to add value to that customer and trying to keep a meaningful engagement. Let's go back and let's upsell Sharepoint. Let's give them their tools, their content, their files in the cloud so that they can share those, not only when they're in the office, but when their staff are working from home or when they're collaborating with external parties. If they're doing joint ventures or projects with Sharepoint Igniter, they're able to share that content, those files, those workflows, those lists, those projects, those timelines with their partner, with their customers, or with their remote staff. They're able to apply security and know that only the right people can see the right files. We can turn on digital rights management so they're able to protect their IP, because IP, of course, is the new gold rush. And finally, of course, you sell 365 every time you do a new project. So why should you sell it? Well, firstly, it's low risk, it's added value. It's that upsell you do, kind of the McDonald's, would you like fries with that deal? Why wouldn't you sell it? If you add a Sharepoint, you add revenue to your to your P&L, and you add profit to your P&L, but most of all, you add value to your customer. Your customer is going to love it, and they're going to love you for providing it for you. It's going to change your conversation with the client. You're going to stop fixing IT problems and start helping the business to drive their productivity forward using the tools the way that you've promised that they'll be used. You make the client sticky, and you get an upsell. Once that SharePoint's in, we can then add to it and continue to evolve it and put more value into that solution so that you are able to continue to have a meaningful, high-value conversation with that customer for years to come. So why choose us to work with you? We've been doing it for 7 years. We've got specific methodologies worked out over that time that allow us to turn a SharePoint solution out over a matter of days or weeks, not months or years. We're able to turn it out for $3,600, which keeps that price right down, and we're able to turn it out quickly so that you're able to turn promise into reality and get an ROI to the customer in the shortest possible time frame so that your customer is going to absolutely love you. We get partnering. We understand that you want to build a client, so you buy SharePoint through Igniter, you add it to your portfolio of tools that they've got for you, and away you go. We do most of our work through referral, so we know you need strong communication. You need to know what's happening. You need all future work referred back to you. You need us to look after your best interests, and that's what computer coaching will do. We're here for the long term so that you get us back, not just for this project, but for the next one and the one after. Every time you sell Office 365, if you're not adding SharePoint Igniter to it, you're missing out, and so is your customer. So give it a try. Log on to our demo site, demo.computercoaching.co.nz. The credentials are on the screen behind me. Rip into that. You can see a sample of a site, and from that your customer can choose the elements they want. We'll put it together and we'll make sure that your customer is able to get value from that the following day. So let's remember, SharePoint's all about providing a structure for your customers' data, governance, content protection, IP, they're in the box. It's not a big $50,000 or $100,000 project, it's $3,600, and we're doing it in days or weeks, not months or years. It's immediately profitable. You choose what works for your customer with them. Demo site's there to help you sell it. Your customer, you bill it, and we'll refer all future work back to you. Let's win together. modernbiz.co.nz, Igniter, and computer coaching. We're going to help you and your customer with SharePoint today.